Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a horse, horse, horse. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a horse open sleigh. Jingle. To ride in a horse open sleigh.
Now, before you come for me down below in the comment sections, yes, I see it too, and I'm scared. So let's just go ahead and transform myself from this into this. Yes, girl. Feel it, girl. Feel it. Do you see her? Yes, mama. She is living the fantasy. She is serving you Christmas snack realness. Yes, girl. You're about to eat her. You can open her up from under your tree and you will be real excited. But let's go ahead and switch it right on over here back to me. And yeah, you're shook. You may not like to unwrap this underneath your tree, but you know what? We're gonna get there. We are gonna get there, honey. We are gonna live the fantasy just like how I was like 3 seconds ago, and we are gonna fully transform ourselves. So let's just go ahead and move on to that. Now, you already know how I do. My brows are done. They are carved. They are looking like they might cut somebody, but you know, that's okay. That's how we want it. And I have my eyelid primer on. I've also been doing something new recently that I really like, and that's taking some liquid highlighter and applying it to my bare face to go underneath my foundation, just to give it a little bit more of like some luminosity, some like glow from within. Right now I have on the Wet n Wild liquid highlighter in the shade Goddess Glow. Let's just go ahead and jump straight into eyes. I'm going to be taking my Morphe 35B palette. It has been discontinued, so if you are into this palette or wanting to buy it, you can't. I'm so sorry. I do really want to buy the new James Charles palette, which is technically like the new 35B palette, but your girl's broke and she can't afford it, so I just have to make do with what I have. And I mean, honestly, this eyeshadow palette is probably one of the greatest eyeshadow palettes of all time. You have seen me use it in so many videos. You can create so many looks with this palette. So let's jump straight into it. Say a prayer for me because most of my brushes are dirty, but I'm just gonna go ahead and first be wrong side. I'm just gonna be dipping into this palette with my E27, and it's so funny because I know you've already seen like the finished look already, but I haven't. So I'm kind of right now feeling like greens and reds and golds because I just want to like live the Christmas fantasy. I think I'm gonna be taking this, I don't know, maybe this like light green shade here because I want it to start off as like my transition shade. I haven't sat down and done makeup in a while. My last makeup tutorial or like makeup related video was my Halloween tutorial, so that's already like almost 2 months ago. Next, I'm just gonna be taking this fluffy Wet n Wild brush and, ooh, not that one. I'm gonna dip into this like really deep green shade right here. I'm just gonna be placing that a little bit lower while I'm here blending my life away. How are you doing? I hope everybody is well in the hood. I've got some stuff going on which I plan on making a video about soon and kind of sharing about. It's some money related stuff when it comes to like my surgery, which is so crazy because like my surgery is literally almost like a year ago, and I'm dealing with like some financial difficulties, I guess we'll call it. And also I'm going to be taking a little bit of time in this video to be discussing that I have a confession to make. And are you ready to be shook? My confession is that I'm like maybe somewhat kind of addicted to video games. I I know you weren't really like expecting that from me, huh? When I was younger, I was like super addicted to them. I wasn't into it for like a long time, and then I kind of just recently like got back into it, and right now what I've been really into is like retro gaming. I have a Nintendo Wii, and I recently, like, I guess you would call it hacking it. Like if you have one and you have this, you would know what the homebrew channel is. So I did like the whole homebrew channel moment on my Wii so that I can download what is called like emulators so that you're able to like pirate, I guess maybe, these retro games like off of the internet so that you're able to play them for free. Today, what I was kind of already getting like addicted to is playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which I feel like is the game that put Zelda like on the map. Next on my Morphe M514, I'm just going to dip into this red shade right here. We're gonna start bringing some rojo into this eye look. I'm just gonna be starting it off right there. If you're into video games, let me know down below, and I do have other things like Xbox. My username on Xbox is the same as like my social medias. It's THATONECAPPS, so if you kind of play like Halo, you can go ahead and add me.
And a Happy New Year.
After a little while of building and blending, this is kind of what I have so far, and I'm pretty happy with it, so I think I'm ready to go ahead and that crease. I'm just going to be taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Porcelain. And I'm just taking my Morphe M224 brush just to go ahead and do this. Alright, so I just finished cutting my crease, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply some gold to my eyelid. I'm just going to be taking this whatever shade that I have left here from my Morphe X Desi Danger highlighting palette, and I'm just going to be taking it on this like small little Morphe brush, and I'm just going to be starting this out on the inner corner of the cut crease.
You know the one about the jingling.
The next gold shade that I'm going to take for this little cut crease moment is from this little old black beauty book. This is an e.l.f. eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to be taking this little like gold shimmery shade, and I'm just going to pack that right next to where I put the first shade. Making spirits fly. The next shade that I'm going to take for my gold cut crease moment is from my Lunar Beauty Life's a CD DVD. Taking that same brush, and I'm going to dip into Legendary, and this shade is like super creamy. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all. Did I do a lot off of camera? Yes, I did. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. I took this little guy, and I kind of just took like the lighter gold shade that I used for the inner corner part, and I kind of like took it a little bit up here and more like towards into the middle. The other gold that I used for the middle, I focused it in this like center area right here. I blended the Legendary shade from Life's a CD DVD Girl palette. Blended that like up here, and then I did a wing, and I don't really need to do my winged liner on camera because I've already done a video on how to do your winged liner. So basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup except my under eyes, because I've already done a lot of videos here on my channel of doing my base routine, and nothing's really that different, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that so we can save a little bit of time on this video. So in about 2 hours for me, but 1 second for y'all, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be looking snatched. Just like I said, about 2 hours later, here we are. Bring. How are you feeling about this fantasy? Yes, I mean, honestly, once I winged my liner up to Jesus, I was kind of like, I'm gonna serve a little bit of like Christmas drag, almost, kind of, but like not really, because like I'm definitely not a drag queen, and I don't think I can necessarily really do like full-on drag makeup, but I feel like this is kind of like teetering on the border, you get what I mean? Like this is definitely not some pedestrian stuff right here, so. So I'm first gonna take this Morphe tapered brush and I'm gonna dip back into that lighter green shade that I was using on the top. We are pretty much just gonna mimic under here what we did up there. I'm also blending this green shade along my wing liner. I just want this all to meet up like at a point here. Oh my gosh, do you see that? Yes! The next thing I'm gonna do is take this Morphe pencil brush and I'm gonna dip into this dark green shade. I'm gonna buff that a little higher, a little closer to the ojo, and then a little closer alongside of the wing. I'm taking my Morphe M432 and I'm just dipping into the red shade. I am really packing this right up on that lash line. And then I'm gonna take the pencil brush that I use for the deeper green shade and I'm just gonna run it along that, blend it out. And I'm just dipping back into that dark green shade to reinforce that. And then I'm dipping back into the light green shade with that same brush and I'm just enhancing that transition shade. The next thing that we need to do is highlighting, so I'm just taking that same brush that I used earlier to highlight and I'm taking the same highlighter shade that I put on the inner corner of my eye and I am just going to be buffing a little bit of this right underneath my brow. And then I'm gonna take this more like pointy brush and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that highlighter shade. And I'm just gonna dampen it with some Milani setting spray. And we are just going to put this on that inner corner. Alrighty, well that is one side all complete, so I'm just gonna get off camera and finish the other eye, pop on some mascara and snatch up this hair, and then I will come back to go ahead and close off this little video. Truth be told, I don't know if I've ever felt more beautiful than I do now. I have to be kind of quiet because my boyfriend's like, he's right there, he's sleeping, so I may have to whisper a little bit. It is currently about 2 in the morning, and something that I want to talk about is I feel like my Christmas look is definitely like one of my most important makeup looks throughout the year, because I feel like Christmas is kind of where I get to review and see like my makeup growth over the years, because 2 years I did this makeup look that I'm gonna throw up right here. I feel like that makeup look kind of like threw me on the map. That's kind of when everybody was like, oh, like she's really pretty, because I got a lot of likes on that picture and I had never gotten like that many likes before. And then a year later, so a year ago in 2017, I did this one. I wanted to like revamp the look. Some people commented, they were like, your makeup skills have gotten a lot better from where they were last year, and I saw it too. I was like, wow, like me last year could not have done what I did this year, and this was me last year. And it's just so funny because sitting here today and like looking in the mirror, I definitely could not have done this last year. Honestly, like the glow up is real. It's just cool to be able to sit down and recreate a look, or you know, kind of like transform it and make it a little bit different, and just to be able to see photographic evidence of like the growth and how you've changed like as a makeup artist, and then overall just like as a person, because 2017 me on Christmas hadn't gone through surgery, hadn't gone through like all the aftermath of that, you know, isn't the same person that's sitting here today. Overall, I have grown and changed as a person for the better, and it's just so interesting to be able to like do that. That's basically all I wanted to do for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this look. If you recreate it or do something similar, even though I'm not that popular. Definitely like tag me or show me or let me know. But I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you have a really happy new year and stay safe through the holidays, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.